The rapid development of the mobile industry and the incredible development of smartphone technology in the last 12 years has been truly astounding. In fact, every 12 years the industry goes through revolutionary change. In 1983, the world's first commercial mobile phone, the Motorola Dynatac, was launched. It was priced at US $3,995 and was a symbol of status and prestige. With its brick-like appearance and its large antenna, it's hard to imagine that this was the original source of the modern-day smartphone. In 1995, 2G mobile communication technology, also known as GSM, accelerated its global rollout. The Motorola 8900, the first ever clamshell mobile phone, was launched that year. Its compact size, lightweight, and durability quickly won favors from users, especially from female users. Clamshell mobile phones remained popular for a decade and were the signature products of vendors like Motorola and Nokia. Fast forward to 2007, we see the launch of the first iPhone product from Apple. This product represented a massive milestone and a leap forward into the future of mobile technology and the smartphone experience. 12 years later, 2019 marks the wide-scale deployment of 5G technology and the first foldable phones, both of which will have profound implications for the future of mobile devices. Hey guys, it's Rob here, and today we are going to take a look at some of the latest foldable phones. Do these devices mark a glimpse of the future? Do these devices represent a paradigm shift in the mobile industry? Today we are going to take a look at these devices and how the manufacturers are making them. Not only that, but how the manufacturers are pioneering innovation in an attempt to reshape the mobile industry. The Huawei Mate X has impressed me as the best foldable phone yet released. Not only because it is able to fold itself, but also because it has offered a model for an advanced user-friendly experience. Thanks to the Huawei Mate X, the future may have arrived sooner than we anticipated. The Samsung Galaxy Fold was the first foldable smartphone to release in 2019. It folds and unfolds just like a book, which is the most basic method, but the general design is not as elegant as the Huawei Mate X due to its size. The Samsung Galaxy Fold is interesting, but the design feels like it isn't integrated. It's more like two separate phones connected by a hinge. When folded, the Galaxy Fold is surprisingly thick at 17mm. By contrast, the Huawei Mate X features a falcon wing design with a flexible screen that hinges gracefully with the rest of the device. Whether folded or unfolded, the Huawei Mate X gives the impression of a single device with a compromise-free, user-friendly form. The Huawei Mate X places the camera's Type-C port and other physical components on its right-hand side, which makes the right edge thicker than the rest of the phone. This means that it can also function as a handle for the user to grip when the phone is unfolded. Here, the power button also doubles as the fingerprint sensor. This design allows for an ultra-slim screen, which is just 5.4mm when the device is unfolded. The smooth working on the screen and the eagle wing hinge also contribute to the device's wafer-thin form. When folded, the left screen is seamlessly incorporated into the right screen, which allows for the thickness of the entire product to be the same as that on the right side. Remarkably, at 11mm, it is only 2.2mm thicker than the Huawei Mate 30 Pro. When you hold the Huawei Mate X in your hand, you hardly notice the additional thickness and wouldn't believe that it is a foldable phone. Now, let's take a look at the integrated design of the Huawei Mate X. Unlike the Samsung Galaxy Fold, which 6 cameras in total, on both the front and rear sides when it is folded, as well as on the upper right corner of the inside of the screen. The Huawei Mate X has actually focused more on the general design of the product to cater to different users' needs, rather than just adding more cameras to the product. The 4 rear cameras on the right edge of the Huawei Mate X work for all shooting scenarios. When you need to take a selfie or make a video call, simply fold your phone and flip it over to face the back side of the screen. With no cameras, the front side of the phone achieves a genuine full display effect. When using the rear cameras to take photos of other people, You can fold your phone so that the subject can see themselves on the second screen and adjust their postures and facial expressions with real-time image feedback to get that perfect shot. It's brilliant, right? When it comes to the foldable phone experience, most consumers are actually most interested in the general viewing experience of the device. When comparing these three main foldable devices, the Huawei Mate X, the Samsung Galaxy Fold, and the Motorola Razr, the Huawei Mate X actually looks like a regular smartphone when folded. The Samsung Galaxy Fold, when folded, only shows around 80% of a traditional size screen display compared to a regular smartphone. Whereas the Motorola Razr, you can only access a regular smartphone experience when the device is completely unfolded. When folded, the Motorola Razr measures at 2.7 inches from corner to corner. The limited size only allows you to check notifications, display the controls, and take selfie shots. The Motorola Razr boasts a 6.2-inch screen when unfolded, which is respectable for a smartphone in 2019. The main downside is that it can't be used as a normal smartphone when folded. It's kind of like an MP4 player that can be unfolded to become a smartphone. You'd have to be extremely nostalgic for the retro clamshell design on the Motorola Razr to pay a lot for it. The screen on the outside of the Samsung Galaxy Fold measures at 4.6 inches corner to corner and only occupies the middle portion of the slim, long phone body. Samsung clearly does not expect you to use the external screen for all tasks, and given its small size, the external screen is only suitable for calling, messages, and simple typing. For web page browsing, complicated tasks, games, users need to unfold the screen to get the optimal viewing experience. When folded, the Huawei Mate X comes with a 6.6-inch display, which provides the same viewing experience as that on a premium smartphone. It can unfold to an 8-inch screen, equivalent to the size of the iPad mini. In this sense, the Huawei Mate X is a genuine two-in-one product, a tablet that offers heightened viewing and browsing as well as a first-rate smartphone and doesn't compromise in either area. Unlike the Motorola Razr and the Samsung Galaxy Fold, the Huawei Mate X utilizes a single display. This design gives it an integrated minimalist appearance as well as low power consumption. Even more remarkable is that you can actually shift from the single, folded or unfolded display without facing any kind of interruption to your viewing experience. The three different brands have taken different approaches to how their phones should be folded. The Motorola Razr adopts a top-down fold experience, which makes it only around half the size of a regular smartphone. For a phone to adopt that type of folding design while still showing or resembling a normal smartphone experience, when unfolded it would be ridiculously long. The inward style folding display of the Samsung Galaxy Fold leads to a wasted display area and a redundant number of cameras. In my opinion, the Huawei Mate X's outward fold design represents the best and most reasonable foldable design experience and what we should expect to see from future foldable devices. You may be wondering whether the outward folding display technology that's used by the Huawei Mate X would have some kind of impact on the flexibility and the durability of the actual display. And you'd be right, with most smartphones and screen technologies available on the market right now, it would definitely represent a challenge. The Huawei Mate X has attached with the polymer protective film on the surface, and there is a compatible carrying case that came with the box. I've been using this phone for about 2 weeks. The screen is much tougher than I would have assumed. I believe it will do better in the future. This radical change in the general design of foldable devices requires a huge amount of work in terms of the optimization of the software experience to meet and cater to that foldable display technology. Following the announcement of the Huawei Mate X, Huawei actually spent 9 months optimizing the software and application ecosystem to meet the requirements of the foldable display technology used by the Huawei Mate X. The Huawei Mate X is currently available for sale in China. When you open Huawei App Gallery, you will find a section specifically dedicated to Mate X apps, which includes almost all of the mainstream mobile phone apps that users demand. These adaptations will play a critical role in the Android-based app ecosystem for tablets and other large screen devices. Here, I'm going to open this app, unfold my phone, and now you'll see that the app is displayed across the entire screen. The keyboard is specifically designed for the Mate X, so that you can input text with 2 thumbs, naturally and intuitively. The Huawei Mate X weighs only 300 grams, which is 30 grams heavier than the Samsung Galaxy Fold, but it's slightly lighter than the iPad mini. It feels like a little heavier in your hand when folded, but when you unfold it and hold it in the handle, like the right edge, it provides for a comfortable, firm grip. You can swipe inward from either edge to go to the previous screen, which makes it easier to navigate on the phone. You can swipe up with 3 fingers or knock the screen with your knuckle and draw a horizontal line to split the screen. For there, you can open an individual app in each of the screen panes. For example, you can open 2 shopping apps at the same time to compare prices and drag the line in the middle to close the left or right screen pane. The gaming, photo browsing, video viewing, reading, and map navigation experiences are on par with those of a tablet. In other words, the Huawei Mate X is fully utilizing the 8-inch form factor of this mobile device. Toutiao and Baidu have been adapted for the app multiplier feature on the Huawei Mate X, so that they can display different content in dual windows. The content navigation bar is to the left, and content itself is to the right. Taobao is able to display the current layer menu on one side of the screen and the upper layer menu on the other side. Of course, due to the limitations of production capacity, price, and user base, most apps are not yet able to make that kind of in-depth adaptation that Taobao has. This is only the beginning of the flexible phone revolution. And with all of the investments into the technological advancements of this type of display, it's only fair and reasonable to expect that the prices of these products will become more and more competitive in the future. I'm confident that the foldable phone technology that's currently available will become more and more popular in the future. Just like being in 1983, at that time it would have been really hard for people to see the incredible revolution of the mobile industry and how quickly that technology would have grown 30 years later to introduce amazing foldable smartphone devices. Today's smartphones are not just simple communication tools. They're devices that give you quick access to leisure and convenience in every single facet of your life. They are a portal for you to connect with everybody around the world seamlessly and easier than ever before. Perhaps over the next 12 years or even a shorter period of time, products like tablets, PCs, or even TVs may become foldable. Who knows where technology will take us in the future, but the possibilities are endless. One thing is for sure, 2019 has been a landmark year, and the Huawei Mate X will usher in a new generation of limitless possibilities.